Welcome back to Nick Silver Rides. In today's episode, we're with my buddy Marcell here in his Golf R.
Hey guys.
He decided he wanted to sell his BMW and purchase a Volkswagen, which...
Good ride.
But that's okay. I'm not going to judge him too hard on that. I mean, Golf Rs are known as being some pretty fun to drive hot hatches. But this one here, being that it's all-wheel drive, has the drift mode and everything else, it's better than your average peasant Golf?
Peasant, yeah.
I guess we could say that, peasant Golf. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower it. We're going to do the rear sway bar, intake, and wheels?
Yeah, possibly wheels.
Wheels. So basic bolt-ons. I mean, it is under warranty, so tuning isn't high on the priority right now, but eventually I'm sure it will come. So we're going to take it for a quick spin. We're going to see how it handles and drives before, and then see how it handles directly after. Do you have a throw-up bag?
No, I don't.
Is this a throw-up pocket?
It's a throw-up pocket. It will charge my throw-up after.
Okay. So we have a throw-up pocket, just in case I decide to get a little bit ill driving a Volkswagen.
Yeah, and then you can fit all my nugget over here.
No, it's pretty neat. Marcell was kind of going over all of the features of the Golf R. He was saying it's the peasant version because it doesn't have a sunroof, which it actually gives you quite a bit more room. In the BMW world, that's, I guess, slick top.
Technically, stiffer chassis. You don't have a big hole in your roof.
Yeah. No, it's not bad. I mean, if you've never driven a hot hatch, I don't think you would quite understand what driving one of these is like, because I come from the Honda world, as does Marcell.
Yeah.
So obviously having like a nice EF EG hatch, it's something completely different. And obviously if you haven't driven one of those, you should drive one of those. But for something like this, I mean, it's a nice nimble hatchback that Marcell essentially is just trying to get it to handle a little bit better. Not that it's not capable, but we're kind of getting a rough idea currently. My fiance's A3, I did find that the struts were too stiff, but then the springs were too soft, and they tried to kind of make it a happy medium with really hard tires or really high tire pressure. I think it was like 40 something PSI.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was something abnormal and obnoxious. So for this, I'd be pretty curious to see exactly what the springs are going to do to it, let alone the sway bar, especially if you start with the drift mode and yeah, see what it can actually do. It's going to be fun regardless. Is it BMW? No.
No, I know that too.
Is it still going to be fun? Yes. I'm sure it's going to be fun. It's a Volkswagen under warranty. I haven't had luck with Volkswagen. Every one of them have been a big pile of crap. I'll probably have a video on all the stuff I dealt with before, but anyway. Oh, it's got some pops and bangs.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's through the speakers.
No, it's actually on the outside.
Huh. You know, even stock,
It's not
it is kind of fun. And it's not horrible. Uh-oh. Don't show the broken beamer. No! Yeah, that was AI generated. You didn't actually see a broken X5 on the side of the road. So does this have like the ECC or whatever, like the adaptive suspension?
Yeah, so when you're switching modes, as I showed you earlier, it changes the chassis. Like if you were to go back and put it into like eco mode right now, the car would completely change.
I mean, it's like, for what it is, 320 horsepower, it's quick. And then if you, I mean, with an intake, you'll get
a little bit of sound.
A little bit.
Ever try to hold on?
Well, I'm not going to go super crazy, but...
See how it wants to nosedive a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it kind of wants to nosedive just a hair for like plow or whatever they want to call it. But surprisingly, it was actually pretty good. Like, it actually handled quite well. I mean, that springs rear sway bar will help. It'll probably have it induce a little bit of oversteer, which
is what I'm looking for. Like, ultimately my goal with this car is to see if I can make it handle as well as my M2 did stock. Like, I know it's gonna be tough and I would have to spend serious money. But me having a lot of rear-wheel drive cars in the last 4 or 5 years, I want to get that playfulness.
You know, for stock, on stock tires,
It's not bad.
it's not a Beamer, don't get me wrong.
No.
But
And
it's
I will
fun.
say that too. It's not a Beamer.
It is fun. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start on the rear of the vehicle. So for the rear, he got some CTS lowering springs. So these will be relatively straightforward. That works with his adaptive suspension. He has the rear CTS sway bar. So we'll show you once we open it up. And a couple other tiny little things, being an intake, because you need some noises.
It's not gonna be like that.
I don't know, that's the thing, it might,
Whoosh.
that's fine. It's more noise than nothing.
Look at how nicely they pack them. Yeah,
Yeah, that looks like a front.
yeah, and so on, and more stickers.
Pretty straightforward. If you get all the CTS stickers, maybe we'll just stack them like a laundry list or a grocery list, and it'll be
On the
plus
side
5
of it.
each. Yeah. 5, 10.
Hold on.
How many did they give you?
I don't know. Is there more in the intake?
There's 20 horsepower right there.
Yeah, free.
Oh,
pallet.
hold on.
Oh yeah, that's 50 at least.
Nice.
There's so many people cringing right now.
That's fine. We're just making the car better. So spring won't be too bad. You're gonna have one bolt there, one bolt here, plastic tray clip, and then you can lower the control arm to get the spring out. So the sway bar over here, we're gonna leave that loose because we're changing the sway bar. Come on, camera focus. So it's just kind of sitting just right there. Now for the bottom of the shock, you have an 18 mil bolt. There's a nut on the opposite side. Same for here. And for the most part, you need the whole thing to drop down because the spring sits in the little crevice. So sits right down inside here, not the end of the world. Now, when you go to tighten it, you want, or what you saw us do, is we lifted it enough to preload the suspension before we ended up torquing them. Now, we don't know the exact torque for here, and it doesn't seem like Marcell really cares, nor do I. So we tighten them to RFT with NDCs on the back. We're good to go. Now we're gonna go to the other side. So the second one is in. You can see the spring here. I'm not sure what this little tube is. Maybe it's the lubricating of the something. We put the EDC or ECC, DCC, whatever it is, back in here. We did the two 18 mil. Now, one of them is the wrong way around. I don't care. And the end link here. So because I can't really put the camera too far underneath, you can see where the sway bar is here, and it goes up and under. You can see it there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that done off camera and show you the final result. Unpackage your bar.
We're gonna set the bar pretty high with this one here.
I've never seen somebody struggle so much opening a package in my life.
Please hold. That's a thick boy. And it's
It is a thick
adjustable.
boy. Yeah, so we'll probably put it on the looser setting for now.
Yeah.
The nice thing, I mean, other than the obvious, this one's thinner, this one's thicker. Typically the stock ones are hollow, which people need to keep in mind. For where the bushing is, now I already pried those out. It does have limiting portions here. So the bushing, it'll be on the opposite side of here, but it's gonna limit it from sliding around or having the sway bar go in and out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dress these up and chuck it back in the car. We move over to the front of the vehicle here to do the springs. We ended up trying to do them like you would any other BMW or any other 3 Series. We tried to lower the entire assembly so that we could end up using the strut spreader socket to pull the shock up and out of the hub. However, we found out very quick that you actually don't have enough room and it would not come apart. So we ended up having to take the entire assembly and sit it on the jack and move it up and out of the way. It took a little bit of MacGyvering and a little bit of patience just to make sure that we didn't scratch the nice blue caliper here. The wheel bolt on an Audi, of course, is going to be a big pain in the ass, so what we ended up doing is we took the bolt out to be able to swing it up and off the front lower control arm so that we could get enough movement to pull the shock out. It was a huge pain, but we definitely learned for the opposite side. For the driver's side, since we learned from the opposite, we decided to take apart the entire brake assembly. So we took the caliper off. The line was long enough we could lower it down and onto a block of wood. Took the disc off and disassembled essentially the hub. This made it a lot easier for us to be able to remove the axle nut and move the hub up and out of the way. When the hub is actually out of the vehicle, the shock is just there. So learn from my pain and my mistakes that this is a much easier job if you fully disassemble it prior to trying to remove the shock and the assembly out of the vehicle itself. The last mod we're doing is CTS intake here. It ends up replacing the inlet tube that goes down into the turbo. It didn't really come with any instructions, so you kind of have to test fit and see if it's going to be aligned properly. However, we got it sorted with little to no effort, and it will result in some pretty nice induction noises. Oh, I can already tell it's stiffer.
Oh yeah, she is stiff.
Yeah. So we're back in Marcell's hot hatchback wagon after doing everything to it. We're gonna give it a quick drive afterwards to see how noticeable the modifications are. I mean, just pulling out of a parking lot, you can tell it's definitely stiffer and there's more road noise. Now, this will be a little bit subjective because we don't have the same summer tires on it because he did go down to 18s. The springs haven't broken in, so to speak, but you can definitely tell there's a significant difference. Oh yeah, like even turning.
It's a bit more go-karty.
Yeah, it's way more go-karty. Like, you want to kind of turn the wheel and it just wants to bite that way as opposed to thinking for a second, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The intake sounds good too.
That intake is awesome. Yeah,
it's just enough to not be annoying, but it just gives you that extra little...
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the small little things. Like, I hate when a car is so dead quiet that you don't even hear the RPM. Yeah, this is way better. Holy shit.
We'll see how straight I was holding it there.
That's fine.
It doesn't have that nose pushiness anymore.
No, it doesn't. It actually feels like a
proper German car.
It feels more rear-wheel drive biased, but it's not. Yeah. But it's because it has that thicker sway bar. You'd have to drive them side by side, and that's why I think this is going to be a really good test, because the car factory with the 19s felt fantastic, and then this one is a step above, so it's almost like an OEM plus. Does it handle like an M? I don't think so. But I tell you, it handles so well that you could get in a lot of trouble. Wow. It just stayed flat, and it's just eating these bumps like nothing. I think we went through there like in Mexico. I don't know, it was like 140, 150.
Yeah.
It was so planted.
Yeah, it didn't feel
unstable.
Uneasy or unstable, yeah.
So that's the one thing that I didn't definitely notice is this is more confidence inspiring to the point where you have to be an extra little bit careful because now you're going to be more comfortable pushing it to its limits, but you can run into a situation where you run out of driver ability, or the window between driver ability and what the car's capable of is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to really be mindful of.
See you looking at me, now go ahead and move that body.
You have a nice BBC.
Big booty intake.
Big bodied CTS intake. Yeah, BBC. Final impressions. It handles surprisingly well. I'm pretty impressed with it. You have to tell us, what do you think?
I think it was a huge improvement in the car. Like I said, like, I know you guys are gonna hate me for it that I sold my M2 for this, but I can fit the whole family in it. And the goal was to make it handle as close as I possibly can get it to a stock M2. And I think we got closer today.
Yeah, 100%. And it makes the right induction noise. In my opinion, it needs like another 100 horse. And then it'll be absolutely...
Stay tuned, because I think the car is brand new. It has like, what, 8,000 kilometers? So I don't want to ruin my warranty just yet, even though the suspension warranty is probably gone now. But the plan for it next year is to do a stage 2 with catless downpipe, intercooler, and then it should pick up another like 80 to 100 horse. So
yeah, and I think that would end up being pretty good. Handles good. I'm impressed. I didn't think I would like another Volkswagen after my plethora of garbage, but I mean, I guess you just gotta buy one under warranty and you're good. Okay, well, hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. You wanna send the hate and the reactions, that's okay. I'll go through each one of them and react and comment, reply and whatever, and maybe Marcell will do the same.
yeah. Send me all the hate, I can take it.
Yeah, we'll put an M badge on his car.
Yeah.
And we'll get more haters, but that's okay. As always, feel free to like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one. It's kind of nice around here.
Yeah. Look. Nature.
Yep.
A little too much. Oh. Lol.
That could have went through the roof. The bricks were shat.